Hello everyone, this is Mundan Raghavan. This video we are going to understand the method structure in Java classes. Let it be your own class, or it can be the system defined class, or it can be the existing library classes. There will be a lot of methods and we need to understand the method structure so that we can understand the different concepts such as like method overloading and method overriding. If you get any method, there will be a lot of metadata or say the details about the method, such as like the method name, method arguments, method modifiers, method return type, method body, method signature, and method exceptions list. If you see the sample method here under the class structure, it has the different details. We will go one by one. The method name. Wherever you see the method name followed by the parenthesis, so that will be considered as the method name. For example, here you can see the parenthesis, and before that we will be having the sample method. So this will be our method name. And next one, just in front of the method name, you will be having the return type. So which means that, so whatever the value you are trying to return from your method, so that will be the return type. Sometimes you may not want to return some value from the given method. So that time it will be the void. For example, our main method itself, public static void main, which means that we are not going to return any value from the main method. And the next one, method arguments. Inside the parentheses, you might be having the different value, which are type of different, let's say the class type or let's say primitive types. For example, here we will be having the string name and integer age. So here you can see one is primitive, another one is non-primitive. However, our arguments are just string name and integer age. And next one, method modifiers. This method modifiers will be just in front of your return type. For example, in front of the string, we will be having three different modifiers: public, static, final. So in these three, just we can see public as the access modifier, whereas static and final will be the non-access modifiers. We have detailedly seen what is access modifier and what is non-access modifier, and what are the different behavior of the different modifiers. So going to the next one, method body. So whatever you will be having in the flower brackets, that will be considered as the method body. There is one exception rule. For abstract method, you will not be having any method body, which means that you don't have any implementation for the abstract method. Whereas remaining all the methods, you will be having the method body inside your flower brackets. Next one, method signature. The method signature is nothing but only the method name followed by the parenthesis and the list of arguments. So this will be alone considered as the method signature. As we discussed earlier, there can be no arguments as well for the given method, but however, the method name followed by the open and close parenthesis will be the clear definition about the method signature. Again, I'm repeating, the method signature does not consider your return type and does not consider your access modifiers. It considers only the method name followed by the list of arguments. And method exceptions list. So since we have not seen the exceptions of the Java classes, we will be seeing this in later stage, but however, we can consider this is also one part of the Java methods, which will be having the keyword called throws. And after the throws, you might be having a single exception, or you might be having the list of exceptions. So this is the overall structure. But however, in case of, let's say, huge files or huge classes, you might be having a lot of methods. So in that case, if you want to see only all the methods, or let's say all the method signatures in precise, you can go to the window, perspective, and open perspective, and you can go to the others and you can find the resource. On your left hand side, you can see the resource tab. And here you can see it has one method and it will be showing the method signature. It's not showing all the entire syntax like public, static, final, string, sample method. It shows only the method signature, which will be the method name followed by the list of arguments. By seeing this notation, you can understand this is the method and it will be the naming of sample method, and it will be having two arguments, type of string and integer, followed by the colon, which means that it will be returning the value which are type of string. So this way, whatever the, let's say, the different methods you have, Under the resources tab, you can clearly understand this method type or method signature, argument type, and the return type as well. So this way we can clearly understand. So what is method and how it looks like, and what are the different modifiers, name, return type, body, signature, exception list. So in this, very important is method signature, which will be the very entry point about learning on the Java overloading or overriding in the method level. So thanks all, thanks for watching and have a great day.